and thank you for tuning in. You are tuned in to The Encourager. And my name is Nehru. It is 4:10 in the morning Mountain Standard Time. 0410. I've mentioned the number 1040 often. And so, yeah, there you go. Another 1040, 0410. So, I am laying here thinking about several things, but overextending ourselves and attempting to be all things to all people is standing out. I have been guilty of this numerous times. And to be honest, I really kind of pride myself on being a jack of all trades and a master of none, I guess, except for a master of myself. I am learning to be a master of that. Outside of that, I'm really not trying to be a master of anything. There are some things that I would like to do, like, again, several more languages. I would like to speak a couple more languages fluently. There are numerous places I would like to visit here on this planet before my time's up. And then there's the artistic side. I would like to learn classic piano and portraitures. I would like to get decent at doing those. I see that definitely as a way to bless others. So there are some things that I would like to accomplish, but trying to discern and wading through the time clock. Okay, so from the time we're birthed in the natural until our last pneuma, inhalation and exhalation, okay, until those things happen, in a nutshell, we are here separating the chaff from the wheat within ourselves and based on our perceptions and the world around us. Okay, that is in a nutshell what we are here to do: separate the chaff from the wheat. That takes on many different forms, as we've seen in family relationships, in monogamous relationships outside of family, and romantic relationships, platonic, like it happens. Yeah, it just happens. Like it's like nature. Like it's on its own clock and it does what it does. So when you spill your coffee this morning, you have to learn how to shrug it off. It's not easy. Especially if you spilled it on yourself, you got a big meeting, all those sorts of things, right? And that's a very simplistic thing. But trying to be all things to all people, I could not accomplish what I desire to accomplish for myself if I continued to focus on being all things to all people. So, and again, my lessons, like your lessons on the outside, they look different, but at the core, it really is about distinguishing between karmic energy and divine energy, and choosing which to associate yourself with. And what you choose to associate yourself with, one or the other, whichever, each of those roads, okay, that's the fork in the road. Each of those roads has a very different outcome. Okay, again, even though those roads might run parallel to each other, they have very different outcomes and very different journeys, not just outcomes. The experience is very different. My religious experience compared to my spiritual experience is vastly different. And so when I started to look at what I was giving away and how I had gotten to a place to where I was giving more away of myself than what I was receiving. And that's really what it comes down to, is realizing what areas of your life are you giving more to than what you are receiving. And it should never be an extended time of misbalance, okay, or being out of balance or out of alignment. Things happen and you have to, you might have to do something that you did not plan to do, and that's just part of life. Life is trying to help us become our highest, purest, truest version of ourselves. And so if you have to spill the coffee, you have to turn around, change your blouse, change your suit, whatever you have to do, and then all of a sudden you realize, oh man, now that's 15 minutes back at the house, and then that's gonna, so just, I once heard someone say that they're never late for a meeting, and at first I thought it was like ridiculous, like it's preposterous. How can you never be late for a meeting? Like, everyone's always late for a meeting at some point in time. Like, and perhaps he did not mean literally, like to the second. So, for instance, maybe he did not mean literally. So, or again to the second. So for instance, if you and I have a 3:00 appointment, okay, and I'm running late, and I call you at 2:15, and I say, hey, I am still currently finishing up my meeting where I am, but it looks like, based on traffic, I'll be running about 10 minutes late, 15 minutes late. Okay? Am I late for the meeting? No. Not really, because I notified you, right? So I could see that. So there's a level of responsibility associated with that, and courtesy. I always think that anyone who's late for a meeting with me without notifying me, that person doesn't respect my time. Or if they don't show up, they don't respect my time. They don't respect me, and they don't deserve my attention. So, without notification of tardiness or what have you, then I lose respect and what have you for that person, because I will definitely call ahead and all of that, because having been a business owner for so many years and having shown up and people be an hour late or never show up or never call, and I definitely honor the people who have enough dignity to do that. So yeah. But I was definitely, and then as that business owner, that was that was 13 years of, even during the years when I was doing dialysis, I was still doing consulting and bookkeeping and that sort of thing from time to time. And one time even I was without a vehicle at one point in time, because financially I was, I believe I was only receiving Social Security disability. I was not receiving VA disability. And I think it was about $1,000 a month, which is, it's it is laughable to think a grand a month is going to do something in today's economy with the cost of living, but that's what it was. And that's 11 years ago. But even still, a grand 11 years ago a month it's still laughable. So, but that's what it was. And I was still overstanding myself and catching using public transportation to travel to clients and all that sort of thing. And maybe should have been at home resting a bit more. But such as it is. But trying to be all things to all people is ultimately, it really takes away from the focus on you being your highest, purest, truest self. It really ultimately takes away from that, because when we are attempting to be all things to all people, we have to pour into our own cup. And if our focus is on focusing on other people continuously, and it doesn't matter, it could be the children, it could be the spouse, it could be the companion, it could be the dogs, it could be as a dog just barks, it could be any other animal, it could be your occupation, it could be your parents, it could be what have you, caring for a parent, it could be anything, right? Any time that you are overextending yourself, you are not pouring back into your cup, and you are the only one who controls that faucet. No one else does. Okay? So your faith in yourself, okay, your solar plexus chakra energy controls that. Your root chakra controls that. Your sacral chakra, your heart chakra. All those are spigots. Okay? And we determine the amount of flow out of those. Okay, same thing with your faith and your prosperity here on this natural planet. Okay, you can do it through religious means, so you can tithe and pray and hope that Jesus is going to bless you. You could do that. I would challenge that thought process a lot, but you could do that, and you would see something. You wouldn't see all that you could see, but you would see something. Yeah, you could tell all your secrets to a pope, to a man who you believe has the power to forgive you of your sins. But you could go that route, and you'd probably have some results. It wouldn't be what you expect, or even what's possible, but you could go that route. But I think there's a better way. And on this motivational, business-minded Monday, I want to encourage you to seek that higher ground. Stevie Wonder and then the Red Hot Chili Peppers remade it, a song called Higher Ground. People keep on believing while the teachers keep on teaching. I don't know if the words are right. And the world keeps on spinning, 'cause it won't be too long. So, reaching that higher ground. You can reach that higher ground, but you have to stop overgiving and overextending yourself into areas and places and spaces that you've either given enough to already, doesn't appreciate your generosity or the abundance that you come with, they don't return the same energy to you. Okay. So I often call us to self-evaluations. So do a self-evaluation today. What's today? 6/10? Do a self-evaluation today. And see where you are. $6.10. Let me check and see if that's the date. Yep. So on this 6/10, that's a 16. This is the year of 8. 2024 is 8. Also, could be seen as a 4, right? 6/10 could be 4. 2024. Okay. So that could also be 4/4. So, on this very synchronistic day, tarry not. In the religious Christian church, they would teach us to tarry, but tarry means to wait. So don't wait. Don't tarry. Don't sit there going through religious processes, whether that has to do with religion or not. Why are you doing? Let's not do things religiously just because that's the way someone else has done them, even though we don't see results that we desire. Okay? So let's reach for that higher ground, as Stevie Wonder and the Red Hot Chili Peppers sing about. All right? Thank you so much, as always, for tuning in. I hope you enjoy your day. And as always, be encouraged.